mental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Vershawn Jackson, the captain here for The Body Shop. And man, did they hook me up with a great massage recently. The captain has a lot of stress in his life, as many people do. And for 1 hour, it was all relieved. The team at The Body Shop gave me a deep tissue massage. They hit every area that I was in pain at. Whether you're looking for a Swedish massage, sports massage, deep tissue, hot stone, aroma, or more, there's only one place to go. The Body Shop at 48th NA. Book an appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, mainly sunny and breezy with mild temperatures. We'll see a high around 68. Tonight, mainly clear with less wind, the low around 33. And tomorrow, mainly sunny skies return. So does the warmth with calm winds. We'll see a high around 67. And meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Healing the heart takes heart. Our dedicated team of cardiac experts is here for you with breakthrough treatments for serious conditions and expert advice for living longer with a healthier heart. We bring healing care to our community with over 90 cardiology specialists and subspecialists and more than 50 locations across Nebraska, southwest Iowa, and northern Kansas. Find out how we heal hearts with heart, starting with yours at chihealth.com/heart.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Hello, everybody. It's Charlie Stone, and here with me is Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I hear that new Honda manufacturing continues to go up, and you have new Hondas in stock now.
That's correct, Charlie. We have more than 40 new Hondas in stock right now. It's great that a customer can come in and buy a new Honda and drive it home that day. New Honda inventory keeps getting better each month.
Okay, then. How about used cars, Andy?
We have more than 100 pre-owned vehicles to choose from right now, and a lot of fresh trade-ins are coming in daily. We have just about every maker model you can imagine in any price range.
Thanks again, Andy. People love the selection and great service at Honda of Lincoln. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Problem gambling can destroy an individual's finances, relationships, physical, and mental health. If you are a loved one or struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
24/7 threat monitoring, expert tech support, streamlined communications. Allo has a solution for that. Protect your business with Allo Business. Comprehensive firewall security, Microsoft Teams voice-integrated communications, cybersecurity and IT support managed by experts. From productivity to peace of mind, Allo has a solution for that. Allo means business. Protect your business by visiting allofiber.com/business.
Old School with DP and J.
Do you think it's too early to talk about Patrick Mahomes as the greatest of all time? You know, to be honest with you, I think he might be on ahead of the pace. It was definitely on pace, maybe ahead of the pace. I think right now everything that he does is going to get overblown, and I think people so quickly forgot the 20-year run of the Patriots. Not 5-6 years. 20-year run of Tom Brady and the Patriots.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Welcome into The Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sand Hills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket, proudly sponsored by Sand Hills Global. Sand Hills Global is looking to fill hundreds of openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Career and internship opportunities are available at the global headquarters in Lincoln. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Nice.
We added another sponsor, so
we did.
Had to get the readout right away.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you'll find out who that
Right.
sponsor is in the 9 o'clock hour.
Oh,
8
yeah.
o'clock hour is sponsored by Sand Hills Global, though.
Yeah.
Huge thanks to them for always
And
supporting
we
the
got
program.
a lot of listeners out there too.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Good stuff, Raff. How's the day, gentlemen?
Good so far.
I'm just glad you're still alive, Nick.
Yeah, I came to face almost with an accident this morning. Almost got T-boned out here about a block away from the station. Some dude ran a red light. Make sure you're paying attention.
The weather, it's so nice out. When the weather's
the-
nice, you don't really watch the lights. You just kind of
you
drive.
just kind of drive. Yeah.
Is that what happens, right?
Oh yeah. Let my hair flow in the wind. And,
Oh my goodness.
You're thinking about hitting the range later today.
I'm glad you're okay.
Thank you.
I just laugh that I go to Arizona to golf and it was miserable weather, and now I come back to Nebraska and it's like super nice out. So
Yeah.
Is winter over? I mean, is the groundhog really right?
Well,
It looks like this year. There's a lot of sunny days, warmer days, quicker than last year. This time last year.
I'm ready for the sunlight to stay out longer, which it's slowly getting there.
It is.
Longer
It's
days.
slowly getting there, right?
Get rid of the
longer
time
days.
change.
I pulled into my driveway about 5:35, and the sun was still beaming in my
Oh,
face.
perfect then.
So,
Yeah, that's all
there
I
you go.
ask.
They just need to get rid of the time change altogether.
They're talking about doing that.
Yeah.
Like soon enough. I know on the West Coast, because I have kids that live in Arizona, they bounce between Mountain Time and Pacific Time.
Okay.
Yep.
So they either 2 hours behind us
1.
or 1 hour behind
Yeah.
us. So.
Yeah. So right now they're at
Wow.
1. They're at 1 right now. I
Yeah.
know.
I didn't realize that. I haven't even ever thought about that.
Right. Well, you have
Yeah.
lived on the East Coast
Because
West Coast.
I haven't lived at out of Lincoln.
And I want to apologize to all the farmers out there.
Or-
Because for a lot of years, they've always said that the time changes for the farmers. And the farmers in today's world are like, I don't know
They
what.
get a bad rep.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know what they're talking
Yeah.
about. We
I
don't
heard
care
that
about
too
time
for a
change.
long time in Wisconsin. Oh, it's the farmers thing.
Yep.
because-
And then the
I'm
farmers are like, it don't matter to us.
And like I kept reading, I'm like, it sounds more like a government thing,
Yeah.
or a business thing.
I don't know
Yeah.
what the point of it is.
I don't either.
It was created to basically, from a business standpoint, from I say more here in America than outside.
Yeah.
America. We do that thing, right? We create our own little like resident laws and rules. So for business sake, that then there was the time zone. So then businesses, stock market would know, like people on the West Coast would know when the Dow and all
Yep.
that time was closing. So that's
Mhm.
part of it. Don't quote me like verbatim on that, but it's somewhere in that vicinity of between business and the stocks knowing
Gotcha.
when they started and ended. Because
That's crazy.
stocks usually end the day East Coast time at 5 o'clock East Coast, correct?
4, I think.
4, like 4
yep.
or 5, 4
Mhm.
o'clock East Coast. So that's 3 hours back on the West Coast. Was
1
at 1
o'clock.
o'clock.
Yeah.
So people that does stocks, they got to be up early.
Yep.
At them, watching the stocks go up and down and making
Jeez.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Exactly.
always laughed because the time change, the one thing that really hampers a lot is kids going out and playing, when it's dark at 5
amen.
o'clock,
Yeah.
can't go out and play. And then
Yeah.
we've always complained, for the last, 25, 30 years, childhood obesity. Wow.
There you
Yeah.
go. Got that
But
out.
like,
Or just not even. I mean, let's be honest. Like guys just not going outside to play. Like, it's not even that. I mean, obviously the obesity side of it, but like just guys going out to play.
You can't go out. You can't go. I mean, that was growing up. That was the best.
I look back and I miss throwing a baseball like in the street and playing catch in the street. And I miss the one-on-one basketball games.
Yeah.
You just don't do that anymore.
I remember, back in the day, it'd always be when the street lights come on, you got to come home.
Yep.
Oh, is that right?
Street lights.
Well, time change was not good for the old street light thing.
We
6 o'clock, time to go home.
We had a street light basically across the street from our driveway. And so it was okay because we were right there.
Yeah,
we were
right
home
there.
Anyway. So, but
that's a hack.
Yeah,
and I
just build a streat light.
Right.
I miss street football games. Those were the best.
Yeah.
Growing up, we used to play street football all the time, and then we started playing. Back in the day when I was growing up, option football in Nebraska was the thing.
Part of it, you just have to be a smaller person, right? Because like the field isn't there. Like so, for example, like we would play wiffle ball in front yards or backyards. You can't do that when you guys are all above 5'10" and 180 pounds. You can't because your strides, it doesn't make sense, right? You can hit it over the fence. I'm telling you have to be a certain like there's a cap.
No.
On how big you have to be to play.
No.
Because the space is limited.
When you're a kid, it doesn't matter.
No.
When you're a kid, it doesn't matter. But once you get up to like 16, you're like, all right, well,
you make it work.
The space is limited because you guys are bigger.
We played
than
we played option football on the street. So anything.
So the street's big enough.
Anything in the middle of the street was 2-hand touch. But if you ran option to the sideline
and it's grass,
you could tackle
on
the grass from the street to the grass.
That's it. Rules. That was it. We had the island. I grew up in Los Angeles, Lamert Park, and we had a little grass, meadow in the middle.
Yeah,
that was just wide enough. It was about 15 to 20 yards wide, so just enough to have 5-on-5, 6-on-6, or kill the man. That was called here. We call it throw up tackle out there on the West Coast.
Yeah,
and having those slugfests, but then obviously we were already on grass, so obviously try not to hit the guy into the street, with a passing car. We had the little kids, so it was like older kids playing, and we had even teams. We were like, all right, you got to watch out for cars, and you got to tell us car coming. We got to yell it out so we know if we got a play going. We know it's a car coming, not to go out of bounds, trying to get that Jerry Rice catch out of bounds. That toe touch and you fall, and then you get tagged by a car. So you just had to have our
hold on to the ball.
Yeah, have our looker out there letting us know, hey, car, all right, cool. We can't go to the sideline.
Oh, there's still to this day, there's a house where where my friends grew up at, and I'll drive by it, once every 5 or 6 years, and their parents had a little side yard, and we'd play fullback and option, and that's all. There was no passing. It was just run the fullback, run the option. And when we were playing back in the day, it was like the perfect spot for it. But now you drive by it, we were probably playing about maybe 10-yard wide.
That's what I'm saying. You can't do that when you're 18.
Well, you can if you're the big guy. You just destroy people.
True. That's true. We just always did the one-on-ones. Somebody's the DB, somebody's the wide receiver, one's the quarterback. Little one-on-ones on the outside.
Little action.
That's all we cared about.
Athletic everyone is.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we got a lot to talk about. We're up against the break here. So just next up, though, we got to talk a little video games.
Yeah.
Because NCAA football, or I guess it's going to be called EA Sports College Football.
EA Sports in the game.
25 is going to be released later this summer. Yep. This is a big deal. And I'm pretty sure that they could price it at any point, whether it's 100, whether it's 200.
They'll do special editions.
They'll do special editions, obviously. Like but whatever they price it as, people are going to buy it.
100%.
Yeah,
because there hasn't been one since 2014.
It's pretty wild.
There's going to be records broken in terms of sales.
Oh, yeah.
Day one sales to a week after sales. There's going to be records broken.
That's awesome.
I know I was just talking to a pro gamer, Madden champion, Eric Problem Right, the other day. I'm going to help him with some streams this next couple months. And I just know, I remember when I first met him, it was like 2-3 years ago. He was playing the 2014 one.
Yeah.
And he created the dynasty in it, where he was he created a University of Hawaii. A Hawaii State University. That's the name of his team. And he's been playing on it ever since then. So he's been there on the game, I think, like 20 plus years.
Yep.
He's got like 20, he's like 5 national or like 10 national titles.
That's the only reason I still have an Xbox 360.
Right.
Is to play NCAA football 14. That's the only reason. And the guys, some developers have like the revamped version where you have the updated rosters and all that.
Yeah.
But NCAA football 14's still very, very popular.
And then we got Rico starting to talk smack already.
Oh, is that Rico?
Issuing a challenge to Ahman on day one of NCAA football.
Oh, damn. I'm down.
He said he's whooping you.
That ain't happening, but anyway.
How about this? Big Ty
That'd be
says,
good.
I have 2 NCAA football 14s. One is still in the wrapper.
Whoa.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
That's got to be worth something.
Keep that in the wrapper, Ty.
Yeah.
Please do. Don't
Yeah.
give it to no kids.
Yep.
Below the age of 12 without instructions.
Yeah.
To safe keep that ball.
Yeah, that's
that
crazy.
cartridge or that disc. Sorry.
Yeah, that's big.
Wow.
That's huge. Because I did that. I went down that road where
Oh, is that right?
I was gonna be a nice uncle and share. My mom and dad just got me a Sega Genesis.
Mhm.
I'm like, my mom's like, why don't you give it to one of your nephews? I'm like, yeah, I had a nephew, Brandon, and he had 2 little sisters, which I didn't account for. I gave him the Nintendo. About 2 weeks later, I came back to his house. I said, hey man, let's jump on some Mario or some Tecmo Ball. Can't do that. Why not? Giovanni and Talia destroyed the controllers. I'm like, what?
Game over.
So the wires were all ripped out of the controller. I'm like, no. And so that day, I made an ode to myself.
Yeah, never give it.
I'm keeping all my systems.
Yep.
Somebody that is, like I said, below the age of 12 is not going to receive anything from me.
There you go.
In that space, just for preservation.
Yeah.
Preservation. There you go.
All right, everyone. We will send it to break. Just the drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Healing the heart takes heart. Our dedicated team of cardiac experts is here for you with breakthrough treatments for serious conditions and expert advice for living longer with a healthier heart. We bring healing care to our community with over 90 cardiology specialists and subspecialists and more than 50 locations across Nebraska, Southwest Iowa, and northern Kansas. Find out how we heal hearts with heart, starting with yours at chihealth.com/heart.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and we have some really big savings for you right now. Our new crossover sale is underway. New Terrains, Equinoxes, and Trailblazers starting at $23,290. That's right, $23,290. Also, we've continued our huge Sierra and Silverado truck sale with over $10,000 off new pickups. You heard right, over $10,000 off list. Koppel truly has a small town feel with big city deals. We're right down 144th Street or at koppelcars.com. Stock numbers G260980 and C119824.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
A wise nation honors and learns from its past. I'm Jenny Benson, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. February is Black History Month, a celebration of the contributions that African Americans have made to American history in their struggles for freedom and equality. Knowledge is our strongest tool against injustice. Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired in cooperation with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
The Omaha Supernovas are back in action this Wednesday, February 21st versus the Columbus Fury at the Nationwide Arena in Columbus. The Mullen Motors pregame show with Derek Pearson and Renee Saunders starts at 5 p.m. with first serve at 6. Make sure to tune in to the next Ag Appraisal and Realty postgame show right after the match ends. Catch all the action on your flagship station, 93.7 The Ticket, and statewide on the Supernovas Radio Network.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come Bill Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Bagels and Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. February's cream cheese flavor is white chocolate raspberry. Pair it with a very berry chai. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln and their location in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
I could write a commercial telling you how great waffle weekends are at the chocolate season. Or I could just have Rico read you the menu.
Banana Nutella. Nutella topped Belgian waffle with homemade whipped cream, chocolate chips, and freshly sliced bananas. Baconator. Buttermilk waffle with bacon slices tucked inside, topped with salted whipped butter, caramelized pecans, and pure maple syrup.
Waffle weekend brunches at the chocolate season.
PB&J.
40th and Old Genie or online at thechocolateseason.com.
February is National Pet Dental Health Month. At Parkview Animal Hospital, their skilled doctors and staff can help identify and treat a wide range of dental issues. If your pet is showing signs of bad breath, abnormal chewing or drooling, reduced appetite, or refusal to eat, now is a great time to speak to a member of their team and help get your pet back on track to a healthy lifestyle. Call Parkview Animal Hospital today at 402-423-6939 to learn more about their discounts on dental cleanings, procedures, and hygiene products. If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday, and before we went to break, we started to talk a little bit about EA Sports football, 25 college football, the return, the first time since 2014.
Yes.
The excitement brews. So the reason why what kind of brought my attention towards this was they released let me pull this up, 24/7 Sports released the rankings of what they think that the individual players will be ranked.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. So
Right.
I saw that. And so the 10 highest players in the new game projecting EA Sports, they think that Ollie Gordon from Oklahoma State will be a 99.
Okay.
Oh, the running back.
Yep.
Yeah, they had a nice.
He's
they had
legit.
about 1,800 yards last year.
Yep.
something like that.
Travis Hunter from Colorado, a 97. Quinn Ewers, quarterback from Texas, a
Yep.
96. Harold Perkins, The linebacker from LSU at 95. Shadur Sanders, the quarterback from Colorado, at 95. Amika Egbuka.
Egbuka, yeah.
Wide receiver, Ohio State, 94.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Caleb Downs, the safety from Ohio State.
Yep.
They got him in a 95.
That's the Alabama transfer, by the way, that Ohio State received. Yeah. We have not talked enough. Sorry to interrupt you.
That's
Raff.
fine.
We have not talked enough about how absolutely loaded Ohio State is.
Yes.
This year.
Right.
Look, I definitely want to get to that. Go ahead.
Yeah, they got like 6 quarterbacks.
Well, they have so many quarterbacks, but then you look at not only their recruiting class out of high school, but also their transfer portal.
Transfers.
My goodness, they added the best transfer portal running back in Quinshawn Judkins from Ole Miss. They technically added that 5-star quarterback Julian Sayin from Alabama after Nick Saban left.
Yep.
They added Caleb Downs, the safety from Alabama. They added Seth McLaughlin, I believe is his name. He's the center from Alabama. He got a bad rap. Because he had snap issues.
Yep.
But here's the thing. He was like a 3-year starter at Alabama at center.
Yeah.
He was there. He was fine. He only had like snap issues in that one game against Michigan in the semifinals.
Yeah.
And he ended up transferring out, goes to Ohio State.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to talk about just be able to instill that guy into your offensive line, you feel pretty good about it.
Rich get richer.
Yeah. Yeah. And then not to mention Emeka Egbuka, you have obviously all the quarterbacks there. Do you pair that number 1 transfer portal running back with guess who? Travion Henderson in the backfield? I mean, Ohio State is going to be a juggernaut this year. Anyway,
still got to play the game.
Still got to play the games. Still got to play the games.
And then you got Jalen Daniels at a 94, the quarterback from Kansas.
Wow.
So he returns
the Kansas Jayhawks.
He returns back pretty much taking a year off last year.
Exactly.
And he's a good ball player. If his back feels better.
Shoulder,
he's going to he'll be a problem.
That was incredible and impressive by Kansas was their ability to still compete and win games
with second string quarterback
with Jason Bean at quarterback, right? Jason Bean was good.
Yep.
And that wasn't even their starter, right? And so now I'm really excited, sidebar here, really excited to see what Kansas looks like in the future, not only under Lance Leipold, but also with all their new facilities, with the new renovations.
Yeah, they got
there's a lot of things going on down there in Lawrence.
It's interesting too that I saw that Lance's offensive line coach, he has a son that's a really good offensive lineman, and I saw that he was up here at Nebraska on a visit.
Oh, cool.
Then it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out because he's going to have the pull from Kansas to go play for his dad.
Yeah.
However, his dad, the offensive line coach at Kansas, his wife, her dad was a Hall of Fame Nebraska football player here at Nebraska. I forgot his name, but he's in the Nebraska Football Hall of Fame. So there will be some pull, for him to come and be a legacy with. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. But,
so the Kansas's offensive line coach, his
father-in-law. Scott Fuchs.
Okay. So his father-in-law was at Nebraska.
Yeah. It was. And
we got to find out.
Yeah. I'll figure it out. I remember that.
And Leipold's big fan still.
Oh yeah.
Nebraska.
Lance is it.
Well,
Whitewater.
I mean, what's crazy about Lance is that you think about what would that have done? It was one of the biggest wins of the offseason for any program was Kansas keeping Lance.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there were opportunities out there. I'm sure there were. Michigan State was one of them. I'm sure.
Washington was
one of them as well. Like there were a lot of opportunities for Lance to jump ship from Lawrence.
Yeah.
And go to somewhere maybe that could probably pay him a little bit more, has nicer facilities currently, right? Because I know they're working on it.
It's about to get crazy in Kansas.
I know it is.
Upgrade.
Yes, I know that's but right now they would have better facilities, and he chose to stay.
Yeah.
That's huge for a program like Kansas.
Yeah, he's a guy that's more of a loyal guy. When he's somewhere for a long time, because he was at Whitewater pretty much my whole time in Wisconsin.
Yep.
Until he left. Probably like
he was 8 years,
almost 8 years ago,
something
like that. With 3 or 4 national titles,
6
Whitewater. There you go, 6, and then he was here.
Yep,
a year or 2 before I got here.
After he was here when Solich took over, he became the on-campus recruiting coordinator.
Why? Like
he was a Nebraska dude. And I'm like, oh, we talked. I covered the game last year, them against Baylor, and them against Southwest Missouri State or something like that.
Yep.
And it was interesting. I knew he had Wisconsin ties, but I didn't know he had
Nebraska ties.
Yeah,
and he coached at UNO.
Yeah, he was at UNO for a little bit too.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay. So the mindset and like what I see with his offense, what he took from Coach Osborne, Coach Solich here is pretty much an upgrade. So it's like the new Nebraska system he's running. Whitewater probably did it, and then now Kansas definitely.
Well, and then he goes to Buffalo, has a really, really nice career at Buffalo to then get hired at Kansas, which unfortunately for Buffalo, it didn't work out with Mo Lindquist. Lindquist ends up leaving before he can get fired. He was in the next couple of years. It just wasn't, it was pretty stale. It was stalling out. So he ends up going to be an assistant at Bama.
Alabama,
Mo Lindquist did.
coach.
Yeah.
And so he goes from being the head coach at Buffalo to being the DB's coach at Bama.
Not a bad job.
No,
not a bad.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It's always interesting, watching Lance and the way his programs, you feel a lot of Nebraska, the old Nebraska.
Yeah.
Like I haven't been down there enough now to know, but I remember back in the 90s, and I just remember it was just such a family atmosphere that was down there. And that's when I'd go to Buffalo, because Lance would invite me up to Buffalo, and I'd get to go and sit in the team meetings and do all that stuff. But I would get to walk around the hallways and stuff like that.
Sweet.
And just the players, the way they act reminded me so much of 90s Nebraska. Like I remember I had to tell the players, please quit calling me sir. They're like, hello, sir. How are you? Nice to meet you, sir. And I'm just like, no, calm down. And another thing,
that's home training.
No, I'm still young, young. No, and then another thing about Kansas too is we talked about the quarterbacking. Jim Zabrowski, the quarterbacks coach, now he's the co-offensive coordinator at Kansas. Just an amazing quarterbacks coach. I mean, I cannot say enough good things about him, and I hope that that's what Glenn Thomas becomes for Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Did we get through all 10?
Oh, I got two more.
Yeah, two more.
I know quarterback from Texas, Quinn Ewers, he's rating at 96.
Yeah, that's one of them that he mentioned.
And then we got two more. We got Carson Beck at a 94 from Georgia.
Yep.
And then you got the transfer from Oklahoma to Oregon, Dylan Gabriel at a 94.
I can't wait until, and whether this is a spring ball conversation or maybe fall, just the Big Ten breakdown of not only, like we said, Ohio State, but also you look at Oregon and what Oregon was able to do in the portal as well this year. Go out, get one of the most experienced quarterbacks in college football in Dylan Gabriel, but also one of the up and coming quarterbacks in Dante Moore from UCLA to come in and be a backup behind him. So, the trajectory and the forward thinking for places like Oregon. And I think everybody wants to do that. I'm sure if you asked Matt Rule, it was, they would have loved to get, a 5-year starter or a 4-year starter and then be able to get a former 5-star as their backup.
Yeah.
Not everybody has that luxury. And so it's going to be kind of fascinating over the next 5 years to see how all those situations pan out for a place like Oregon that has their next two quarterbacks just ready to go.
Yep.
Because you thought that was the case at USC until Malachi Nelson decided to enter the portal as well.
Yeah, it's just interesting because just like free agency, is that going to be a fit?
Yeah.
Are they going to go in, even though they're a phenomenal athlete at whatever position they're at, still got to then flow with everyone else that's on the current roster, flow with the playbook, quarterback coach, also offensive coordinator if it's a quarterback, or wide receiver, defensive person if it's got to make sure you do all this. You did great at their other school, or you decide to leave. Okay, but now can you plug in, go, and have the same effects?
Yep,
positive effects. I'll say going into a new team. That'll be the only question for me. It's like, hey, I just want to see how you gel with everybody else.
Yeah, and you look at Gabriel too. Like that first year that he was at Oklahoma, kind of struggled a little bit. Second year he got the terminology down on the offense. They got things going again. So now you wonder, he goes to Oregon, what's that terminology going to be like? Is he going to have to that adjustment period? How that's going to work for him?
I think a lot of that in year one of Oklahoma was year one of Brent Venables too. I think there was there was a lot of talent that they had to replace that just automatically followed Lincoln Riley to USC. I remember Mario Williams was one of them, right? They had to make some changes on the staff wise on that offensive side of the ball. So I think that played into it a little bit as well of just that adjustment. They came in here though and had no problem.
Yeah.
So that in year one.
Yeah.
So That was in
I
Mickey
love that
Joseph's
game.
first game.
Yeah, I was at that game.
First possession looked good.
Well, yeah, the first possession, Trey Palmer caught a touchdown across the middle, like we'd seen so many times. And I was down in the rail yard. Man, that place was fired up. 7-0 Nebraska early on.
Yeah.
And then it turned into
That's why it's 4 quarters.
Yeah. And then it turned into everything.
So what we'll do now is we'll throw it to break. We'll come back, do some history. And then at the 9 o'clock hour, I kind of want to keep this conversation going because I want to know who you guys think, it's EA Sports 25. What are kind of the rankings for Nebraska? Who's going to be the highest ranked Nebraska player? And where do you think they would set?
That's interesting. All right.
We'll throw it to break. This is The Drive, 93.7, The Ticket.
Bagels & Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. February's cream cheese flavor is white chocolate raspberry. Pair it with a very berry chai. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln and their location in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
Are you in the market for a new garage door or need to repair your old one? It's wintertime, and that means snow, wind, and freezing temperatures, all things that can cause sticky locks and damage to your garage door. If you're experiencing any issues with your commercial or residential garage door during the winter months, call Cameron Hall and his team at Doors Plus. Don't be trapped outside in the cold because of a poorly maintained garage door. Call Doors Plus today at 402-590-5800 or visit them online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue. It's $5.99 barbecue time. Hurry to Hog Wild for a complete barbecue meal that's only $5.99. Get a 1-meat sandwich loaded with our award-winning barbecue, plus your choice of a classic side and drink for just $5.99. Upgrade your sandwich to beef brisket for just $1 more. Join us for lunch or dinner in Lincoln at 3210 Cornhusker Highway. Order online at GoHogWild.com.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Think you need a new furnace due to a cracked heat exchanger? Call Bryant for a free second opinion. Might save you thousands, no matter what brand. Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. We do whatever it takes.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com.
Healing the heart takes heart. Our dedicated team of cardiac experts is here for you with breakthrough treatments for serious conditions and expert advice for living longer with a healthier heart. We bring healing care to our community with over 90 cardiology specialists and subspecialists and more than 50 locations across Nebraska, Southwest Iowa, and northern Kansas. Find out how we heal hearts with heart, starting with yours at chihealth.com/heart.
Hello, everybody. It's Charlie Stone, and here with me is Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I hear that new Honda manufacturing continues to go up, and you have new Hondas in stock now.
That's correct, Charlie. We have more than 40 new Hondas in stock right now. It's great that a customer can come in and buy a new Honda and drive it home that day. New Honda inventory keeps getting better each month.
Okay, then. How about used cars, Andy?
We have more than 100 pre-owned vehicles to choose from right now, and a lot of fresh trade-ins are coming in daily. We have just about every maker model you can imagine in any price range.
Thanks again, Andy. People love the selection and great service at Honda of Lincoln. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Ready to upgrade your combine in 2024? The team at Landmark Implement is here to help find the right combine to fit your operations needs. Choose from 4.5% for up to 60 months or a 12-month interest waiver, followed by John Deere financial rates with approved credit through the end of February. When you purchase a pre-owned S or X Series combine from Landmark, know you are backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running. View our current inventory online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Old School with DP and J.
Do you think it's too early to talk about Patrick Mahomes as the greatest of all time? To be honest with you, I think he might be on ahead of the pace. It was definitely on pace, maybe ahead of the pace. I think right now everything that he does is going to get overblown, and I think people so quickly forgot the 20-year run of the Patriots. Not 5-6 years, 20-year run of Tom Brady and the Patriots.
93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you in the market for a new garage door or need to repair your old one? It's wintertime, and that means snow, wind, and freezing temperatures. All things that can cause sticky locks and damage to your garage door. If you're experiencing any issues with your commercial or residential garage door during the winter months, call Cameron Hall and his team at Doors Plus. Don't be trapped outside in the cold because of a poorly maintained garage door. Call Doors Plus today at 402-590-5800 or visit them online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Hello, everybody. It's Charlie Stone, and here with me is Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I hear that new Honda manufacturing continues to go up, and you have new Hondas in stock now.
That's correct, Charlie. We have more than 40 new Hondas in stock right now. It's great that a customer can come in and buy a new Honda and drive it home that day. New Honda inventory keeps getting better each month.
Okay, then. How about used cars, Andy?
We have more than 100 pre-owned vehicles to choose from right now, and a lot of fresh trade-ins are coming in daily. We have just about every maker model you can imagine in any price range.
Thanks again, Andy. People love the selection and great service at Honda of Lincoln. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday. It is super nice outside.
Very nice.
I might have to go hit some golf balls today. We'll see.
Let's have a conversation, Raff.
A little golfy golf?
A little golfy golf.
We might work something out.
There we go. I got nothing better to do. Well,
I wonder
I'll
how
be here for a while.
I wonder how busy the courses are today. I'm sure they're booking up pretty fast, I would guess.
Yeah.
Weather.
Yeah. I booked, my buddies and I, we booked our tee time for Sunday. So
you're ready to go?
We're ready to go.
Sundays
in a row.
I'll be working. It's funny how I'm always working and you're always playing golf. I don't understand it. I just don't understand it.
What are you doing at 10:30 today?
Probably post-game radio, reviewing my notes.
Oh, is that
making
right?
sure that I communicated properly in this time zone. So yeah. No, I actually have to start preparing for the Omaha Sport Boat and Travel Show in Omaha this weekend. So
are you staying at a hotel?
Well, of course.
So AG, this is the part that whether Raff goes to Ralston, Nebraska, whether he goes to Bellevue or Omaha or Kearney or wherever, there's always a hotel. He doesn't commute. He does not commute, and so he
has to get to the hotel, so he does commute.
Yeah,
I suppose so. Everybody commutes, but you know what I'm saying.
I've got to be close to the equipment and all that stuff. So
Gotcha.
it works out good.
Yeah. So he'll stay at probably like a Holiday Inn.
Yep, Holiday Inn Express.
There it is.
Holiday Inn.
So Holiday Inn.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then they'll just
IHG
chill all
points.
day. IHG points.
No,
absolutely.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Awesome. All right, Raffy, what you got for history today?
Okay, history. I got to pull it up here. All right. 1953. August A. Bush buys St. Louis Cardinals Major League Baseball team for $3.75 million. And he pledges not to take the Cardinals out of St. Louis. $3.75 million for the Cardinals. They probably go now for what? $3 billion probably.
Like that. And so that was 19 what?
1953.
Really? Wow, they were only worth $3 million.
Yep, 3.75.
But that was $3 million was a ton of money back then.
Oh yeah, that's a lot. But it's just crazy though, just thinking that
covered all the bases, literally.
How things have changed. And then
right.
And that kind of with the history,
That's like a rookie contract right now. That's like 1 year rookie deal.
Yeah. Get yourself a team.
Yeah.
Just put it in the comparisons. Yes.
And so then sticking kind of with that money feature, 1963, future baseball Hall of Famer Willie Mays becomes the highest paid player in Major League Baseball. 1963. How much do you think he signed for?
Oh man, Willie Mays.
Yeah, bases.
Became the highest paid player in baseball.
I would just say, what you thinking? Man?
Oh, I don't know. Give me a ballpark, and I'll go around that number.
Ballpark around. We look at the team worth $3 million about 10 years prior.
Yep.
So I would say player probably around $500,000.
I'm gonna
400.
I'm gonna say like 230,000.
Nope. Willie became the first $100,000 baseball player.
Oh my goodness!
Wow, I was off. I was way off.
Dang. Wow. Now you have Shohei. Now you have Shohei though doing a little 700 million.
700 million, and then deferring it.
Yeah.
For what, 80 years?
Yeah. Yeah. Defers for 10.
Yeah.
And so basically, in a way, signing a 20-year deal.
Basically.
I mean, in a way, right? Because in these first 10 years of his actual contract, he's going to get $2 million a year.
Yep.
And then after those 10 years, for each year, he gets that remaining $68 million per year.
I remember finding out when I got drafted to Seattle that we only got paid during the season.
Yeah. 16.
Oh wow.
And
16 games.
My accountant and I, we're trying to get the team to pay me monthly, like for 12 months instead of, and they were not budge on it. I think they do it now for players.
Yeah.
I think they now in the NFL, they play players 12 months out of the year instead of just the 6 months you play during the regular season. I was like, come on.
Well, it's such a smart and unique deal. And this is one thing I do like about baseball is that because you can be so creative with your contracts.
Right. Yep.
There's a little bit more there's more restrictions in other professional leagues.
And they do a nice little way of distributing contracts. So like on Hani done, it was a baseball agent I met at a Super Bowl event. He's just a fan of football, but he was represent some of the Major League Baseball pitchers probably back in 2018. It was a Super Bowl in Houston where Atlanta lost to New England with the big comeback. And I'm sitting at this big NFL tailgate, and he sits down, and we introduce each other. And he said, "Oh, yeah, came out that he was an agent for baseball players, and pitchers, mainly pitchers." And he got into talking. I asked him about the contract. I said, "How is the contract laid out, or how did he distribute, obviously, signing bonuses, if there is a signing bonus or not?" He's like, "No." So what in Major League Baseball does is, say if it's a $5 million deal, 4 years, say it was just $1 million a year, right? So, or say it's $10 million, and so 5-year, $10 million deal. And so for the first year of the $10 million, the player only gets $250,000. And then the next year, $500,000. So another $250,000. So then $500,000. So it just increases for the first 3 years. So it's $250,000, $500,000, $750,000. And then once they hit the $1 million mark, then after that, they could get their max year deal. So they could get, if it's a $10 million, if it's at that time probably $5 million left, they could get all that $5 million in 1 year. If the player, or to get half of it, get 2.5 1 year, the 2.5 the next year. So then that makes sense. So I was like, okay, now I see why there's more baseball players that have an understanding and know how to basically manage their money, because they get a little bit at a time. Where NFL, even during my time, and I know pretty much now that once you get that first check, they give you everything. And then you got to manage it, put it in an account. And I was like, I would rather got the 250, because then you can manage that, learn how to deal with that, and then get the next 250. Be like, all right, now this is what I'm going to do, because then you're not overwhelmed with all those zeros in your bank account trying to figure out, what I'm going to spend there, or where if I'm going to invest now, or, questions that pop in your head when you have those funds coming at you.
So what was when you got that first check in your bank account, what was your first, did you have a purchase that's something that you're you always wanted? And
no, I mean, I say the biggest purchase for myself is just get a brand new car. Yeah, I ended up going to the dealership right down on Old Street here, the Cadillac dealership. Used to be on 47th and O, right off of there. I forgot the owner's name, but I remember her name. She was awesome. And I remember walking in there.
Jacko.
I went to mini camp in Seattle. And right before training camp, I flew back with the intentions to buy my first car on my own and then drive it back to training camp, which I did. I came home for the summer. It was about 2 weeks before training camp. And about a week before, I got the truck, drove it up to Washington State, I think I took the 35 or the 29 from Omaha up, and I jumped on the I-94 or I-90 going west. I took that all the way through, went through, what's that, Wyoming, and a little bit of Idaho, the Chimney part. Because we had, that's at that time, training camp for Seattle was at Eastern Washington University in the Spokane area. So it was desert. I was like, dang, I didn't know Washington State had a desert.
It's fascinating that the agent conversation, because I'm sure you guys have heard of Scott Boras. He's the biggest Major League Baseball agent. You look at some of these numbers for him. And Forbes did an article on him just last year.
I bet they did.
And so he has 106 total clients. Okay. Biggest ones in all of baseball. His estimated playing contracts under his management actively $3.83 billion. Oh my God. So, you're talking about guys that have signed the $300 million contracts, $250 million contracts in baseball, which, by the way, baseball, don't forget, it's all guaranteed. It's all guaranteed. So just roughly taking the 5% is the maximum that an agent can take.
In baseball, 3% in football.
Yes, he might take that 3 to 5, whatever it is. The maximum that he could get, which I'm sure a guy like him probably takes close to the max, $191 million annually.
Nice.
Awesome.
To be an agent, $191 million annually,
and
in commission.
The beauty of being an agent is not as hard as people think it is. When the first time doing it, yes, that's your hardest time, obviously, doing anything. First time doing an event, first time doing a talk show, that first day, first 4 months, year, that's the hardest. And once you get after that first year, then you start getting in general conversations that you're always in with the GM or with your player. And so when you have that first 2 or 3 clients, and you got one of the 2 or 3 contract is up, then you've been at it 3-4 years already. So now you have a relationship with their team GM. So the conversation becomes easier. So you're basically looking at it, say if you got an outfielder who has a on base percentage at 90%, and he's the best, he's a home run champion or whatever, then you just compare his stats to all the other center fielder stats, and that's all you do.
Yep.
You play a simple numbers game where you could basically sit there, you and the GM could Google up all the top outfielders and be like, all right, well, who's making what?
Yep.
All right, I just want my player to make $1 million more.
Yep.
That's all you got to do.
Well, so
Sign it.
Couple more things. How about this? So
And it's sitting
last
up to
year,
stuff, too.
Boris had 6 of the 9 most expensive MLB contracts under his control.
Awesome.
6 of the 9 largest.
Don't hate the player, hate the game. That's
Also, from January 1st to March 19th last year, he had negotiated $1.217 billion in contracts.
Nice.
Which means, which would have been about a little over $120 million for him.
Yeah.
Good year.
And so in commission, just from January 1st to March 19th.
Nice. Well done.
2023.
Gotcha.
Well done.
Because of guys that were signing contracts at that time. So like on March 19th, there was a guy, Nick Castellanos, who signed with the Phillies for $100 million. Scott Boras negotiated a record $1.217 billion worth of contracts since January 1st.
Nice.
Fun.
I mean, just the numbers are insane.
I should have been a sports agent.
Yeah. Should have been, Raff.
Oh, well, drop the ball there.
Which now, I mean, to that point, speaking specifically with Scott Boras, is that there's like 5 or 6 Major League Baseball players who are represented by him, still haven't signed, still are free agents to this point. But they're not concerned at all because they have the best in the biz.
I wouldn't be.
They have the best in the biz doing it.
I would not be worried about it.
So,
and we got 2 birthdays today.
What you got?
Charles Barkley, 61 years old
Wow.
today. Uturable.
Bark.
61 years old. And wishing a very happy birthday. We'll see if you guys know who this is. To the Sandman.
Oh, no.
Ooh, you're close. You're close.
Not Neil Smith.
Yep,
but,
you're right on it.
Broderick Thomas.
There we go.
There you go. Nice job.
Broderick Thomas, born in 1967, the Sandman.
Dallas kid. Dallas Cowboy.
Yep.
Well, not Cowboy, but he's from Dallas.
Yep. And he played for
lives
the
in Houston
Cowboys.
now. He played with the Cowboys. He's in Dallas. He lives in Houston now.
Yep.
He's in the Houston area.
You betcha.
Yep.
So happy birthday to the Sandman. Boy, he could get that stadium rolling. And I'll tell you what, NIL, when Broderick was here,
yeah,
he would have made some coin. He invented the keys to our house, and the marketing company made a bunch of keys, and and that would have been his NIL money because he's the one that kind of made up the whole Our House theme for back in the 80s.
Wow.
So, yeah, Broderick missed out on a lot of
He had a
NIL
little
in Nebraska.
patent going on.
He would have, but back
Right.
then you couldn't take that money.
Dang.
So,
all right.
We'll throw it to break. Just the drive. 93.7 the ticket.
Yeah, sir.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
You can get diesel anywhere, but what about Atomic Diesel? That comes from Stern. Atomic Diesel is your solution to all your cold weather problems. Prevent clogged fuel filters, increase your fuel economy, and save money with Atomic Diesel. Contact Roger at Stern today by calling 1-800-477-2744 to see how Atomic Diesel and the rest of their line of fuels and lubricants can keep your operation running at max capacity.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Blecker and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket. Every Saturday morning now in our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Lane's Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, mainly sunny and breezy with mild temperatures. We'll see a high around 68. Tonight, mainly clear with less wind, the low around 33. And tomorrow, mainly sunny skies return. So does the warmth with calm winds. We'll see a high around 67. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
A wise nation honors and learns from its past. I'm Jenny Benson, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. February is Black History Month, a celebration of the contributions that African Americans have made to American history in their struggles for freedom and equality. Knowledge is our strongest tool against injustice. Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired in cooperation with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Healing the heart takes heart. Our dedicated team of cardiac experts is here for you with breakthrough treatments for serious conditions and expert advice for living longer with a healthier heart. We bring healing care to our community with over 90 cardiology specialists and subspecialists and more than 50 locations across Nebraska, Southwest Iowa, and northern Kansas. Find out how we heal hearts with heart, starting with yours at chihealth.com/heart.
On the Block with Strick and Austin.
We're speaking to Husker baseball assistant Lance Harvell.
Seemed like there was a pretty heavy focus on the JUCO ranks this offseason. What went into the decision behind that approach?
There's something about junior college baseball. You know, if you've been through it, you know that life, what it's about. You number one, you got to have passion to play baseball. You gotta grind. Those guys are tough. They're playing double headers, every time out. So you know kind of what you're getting.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring your friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month. Hurry, this deal ends soon. See Home Club for details.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beers, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now. In our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Welcome into The Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history. We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sand Hills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday. It is nice outside, and it is the 9 o'clock hour.
It is the 9 o'clock hour, now sponsored by our good friends at Doors Plus.
Doors
there we
Plus.
go. Doors Plus, big sponsors of the Ahman Green Show before when it was 6 to 7 p.m. Now they've just moved, and they're 9 to 10 now for us. And so give them a call today. Doors Plus, garage doors and more. Cameron and his team, excellent people out there, great people. And they'll help you with any issues you have with your garage door. If you need a new one, people don't think about the maintaining and the maintenance of a garage door. If you need them to come out, work on that, make sure you give them a call today. Doors Plus.
Nice.
There you go. Good. I'll get you the official read here soon.
Doors Plus, baby.
Garage doors and more.
I like it.
There
I like
is.
it. And then we got a text over the break from Babaloo talking about the UNL club dodgeball team. Me and Ahman are thinking about maybe signing up, but since we're not students anymore, I don't think we're able to join the club because, I mean, we made a living dodging wrenches, dodging balls, dodging. What were the eight?
The 8 Ds.
The 8 Ds of dodgeball.
Dodge, duck,
dive, duck,
and then dodge again. Dive and dodge or something. It was like, I know
Nick,
dodge was
you're
twice.
not going to tell me you've never seen dodgeball.
Oh, off of that, I thought this was like
a true underdog story.
Universal in real life.
No real life. Just a Vince Vaughn,
yes.
Dodge,
Vince
duck,
Stiller
dive.
Okay.
Movie dodgeball.
Jeez. There's some good club teams. Like club baseball was pretty good. Club
hockey, I think.
Club hockey's pretty good as well at UNL. Because you get those experienced people that played in high school, don't want to play. I mean, either Nebraska doesn't have as a regulated sport, or they just don't want to. They're not good enough to make a
we're
team.
a club too, the esports club.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, you have a lot of clubs.
I played
at
in a
UNL.
club lacrosse game once.
Oh, is that right?
How was that? How'd that go?
I never played lacrosse before in my life.
That's a lot of running.
And we played down at Kansas State.
Oh, it was a road
and
trip.
We played the Kansas State team, and my buddy played on the team, and I rode down with him. It was like, hey, we're gonna go out, maybe have a few beverages afterwards. I'm like,
then Raff was there,
and they were a player short, and they're like, you want to play? I'm like, I never played lacrosse before in my life.
Soccer with sticks.
Yeah.
It was interesting. So
Dodge, Patches O'Hallahan.
Yeah.
2004 dodgeball movie. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. So 5D, not 8.
Okay.
If you can dodge a wrench,
seemed like
you
lot.
can dodge a ball.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
That's his quote right there. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
As simple as that.
I miss Patches.
Patches O'Hallahan.
Yeah, no, I mean, I had buddies that played on the club baseball team quite a bit, and they played all 4 years. I mean, then they would go down to Mississippi, I think, for the nationals at the end of the year. AG, what is the club east, like the esports club schedule?
Right now we play in the BEC, so it's the Big Esports Conference. And if I haven't explained that to you, so it's basically the Big Ten Conference, but since there's no coverage, help, no funding, we took the 10 out of there, and that's what they told us.
Gotcha.
We could do that so we don't get sued or anything.
You're using our emblems.
Right. So it's called the BEC. And that series of games is every week from now until the week of April 11th and 12th. So 12th and 13th is the LAN party weekend.
Okay.
Will be, if we qualify, that's the championship playoff for the final 4 of all the games. And so every week we play a new school, 4 different games. So this week we have UCLA. We played them last night in Overwatch. Actually, I'll check the website to see we came out with a win. I hope we did. Then tonight is Rocket League. Tomorrow is Super Smash Brothers, and then 7:00 with Thursday night at 7 is Valorant.
Okay.
So
all against UCLA.
All against UCLA, and then every week it changes new school.
Okay.
And like UCLA and USC are already in. Like I remember having a phone call. We do our calls. It just got switched to every Friday at 1. I'm like in the middle of class, so I got to let them know, like, hey, I want that coaches meeting. I'm not there because of this. So, but we had coaches meeting in the off season, and UCLA was in there. and USC was in it. So it's cool to see them already like, we're coming anyway.
Yeah.
Let's start it now. And then with all the content that we have, because we've been streaming on YouTube or Twitch, either on our Nebraska Esports channel or on the Beck, on their esports channel, if it's on Twitch or YouTube, playing the games. And then other games like League of Legends, Mario Kart, Apex Legends, Rainbow Six Siege, and then those 4 or 5 right there, they play in other leagues and stuff throughout the game or throughout the week, between now and the end of the school year, pretty much.
So then at the end, you said you have to qualify.
Yeah.
Do you guys travel somewhere?
So LAN event is an in-person event. So
Okay.
the goal is to have all teams there. And we we just did the big fundraiser, the Glow Big Red, and we got a lot of funding from that.
Nice.
So that's going to help out with our travel for a few of the teams. I know one team in particular, Players Super Smash Brother team, we're like we're in the top 3.
Yeah.
So I think we'll probably make that trip.
Nice.
Where
will that trip be?
It'll be to Ohio.
Ohio,
It'll be to Columbus. So that's where the first LAN event for the Beck is going to be at. It's the Ohio State's campus, Columbus. They have a nice esports facility. Go online and check it out. It's really, really good looking and something that we're trying to build here for ourselves. So when our turn comes up, we have our place, which would be fingers crossed this fall, to get it built and get it open, and then we'll have our place to practice in person.
Now, here's the question.
What's the question?
What happens? Like, you guys have to have good internet.
100%.
Right? Like, are we hardwired?
Of course.
Hardwired.
We're down.
Okay.
We're down.
Hey, here's the deal. Just last night, I got
frozen.
kicked out of Fortnite. I just got kicked out of Fortnite last night because of my Wi-Fi. And so if that, I'm just playing for fun. You guys, it matters. Like it matters.
It 100% matters. And so where I was at Lakeland, we had a dedicated LAN server basically. So for our internet, it was ours.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that wasn't dedicated was power.
Yeah.
We had to share power with campus, but our internet feed was all us.
Gotcha.
And so right now, the kids, unfortunately, they're playing from their dorm rooms. They're playing from their apartments. So they got to work on that problem right now. So that is an issue right now. So it's just, so that's one of the reasons I want to get our facility built, because now we don't have to worry about that.
Because then they can go
where will it be at?
It will be in the Student Union right next to the right of the Nebraska bookstore, where Husker Tech is kind of at right now. And that whole lounge area will take over that whole space.
Very nice.
And so super excited about that. So last night we lost 3-1. We do a best of 5 in all the games. So we won the first match and then lost the next 3 to UCLA. I think they're 10-5, 10-4 now, and we'll be 5.
So I guess, like, how long do those normally last, like on a night?
Overwatch probably goes a good. So you talking about 4 matches, 4 matches, probably close to 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Starts at 7.
And then when they all come together, like for the championships, is there like chatter, like the competitive juices?
I would say, I mean, it's competition. There's going to be chatter. It's obviously we as coaches, that's where we come in and we
settle down.
We tell the kids, hey, you're gonna, for one, no trash talking, but if the other team is chirping at them, just ignore them, do your job. Some of the stuff I learned from Coach Osborne, let the other team run their mouth, and then we talk trash with our action.
Yeah, we do the popping with the pads, popping with the controller.
Right, exactly. With our gameplay.
Yeah, there you
What is
go.
that?
Okay, Sanderson asks AG, my son is a 7th grader playing on the high school varsity team in Rocket League. Is this good? I think he's truly asking, is it good?
I mean, he's a 7th grader playing on the high school Rocket League team.
There you go.
That's a baller right
nice
there.
Nice job,
so,
Sanderson.
Yeah, he's doing really good to be there. He's 7th grader, and that means he's outplaying kids that are 17, 16 years old. So there you go. And he's going to have a leg up, and you want to make sure you give me what high school he'll be going to.
Ahman be making a recruiting trip.
I will be there in a few years to holla at him. For sure.
So when you
what are the recruiting
rules?
When
you recruit, like
it's same. It's same. It's like any traditional sports.
Wow.
As long as
do you have NIL?
We got everything.
Here we go. I like this.
There's like NILs for everybody when you really look at the
nice.
Rules, yeah. Right? When you look at it, NILs for any student.
Yeah.
Especially any student athlete. So that's what I gotta it wasn't about a year ago where I had to really explain that to the esports players, but now I think majority of them get it.
Yeah.
We have open doors right here.
1890.
Yep, 1890. So I got to reach out to Matt. Me and Matt been just.
He's listening right now. What up, Matt?
Boats in the night, kind of missing each other because we had a conversation about 2 weeks ago through text, but I'm going to call him up right after the show and be like, hey, you said, so Sanderson said Norris High School.
Yep.
Appreciate you.
Hickman, Nebraska.
Yep. Check
Firth.
that out. I'll
Firth.
save this and everything.
Same
Sanderson.
spot.
Yep. Firth, Hickman.
And, but no, yeah, I got to hook up with Matt and talk about his collective and see how he can help all my current players and players coming in. We have some pretty good recruits coming in.
So when you go on a recruiting trip, how long does it take you to watch a player before you can be that you're like, yep, pretty good?
Maybe 2 minutes.
Wow.
That's it. Maybe 2 minutes. If any game from Overwatch to Valorant to Rocket League to Super Smash Brothers to Rainbow Six to any of those games, sports games too, Madden, 2K, takes about a couple minutes, right away, because movement, shooting, map awareness, where they have full understanding of all their buttons, either on the keyboard or on their controller. It only takes a few minutes.
So I have to ask,
I need to know if I'm good enough in the show.
Have you ever watched Terrell play?
Not in person yet. I know he plays, but yeah, I haven't seen
We need to have Ahman watch Terrell.
I've seen him
in person.
play online once time, but it was a while ago now.
I think Terrell probably has the awareness. I think because he I mean,
I just want to know where he
everyday
rates
thing too.
I mean, as much as he plays, I mean,
I'm out in the shooting games, the sports games. I might have a chance.
Yeah,
like in MLB The Show specifically.
We can find that out.
All right.
Well, you were top 50 in the country.
I told you that I told you that I bought a camera and a little light to start streaming. I got to start streaming it together.
There you go.
Do you have any eligibility left? Maybe I'm on to come recruit you.
I do not. I don't want to have eligibility.
You got a fifth year?
I don't want eligibility left.
5 to 6 years. You're good.
Dang.
You still got a chance.
I got my COVID year?
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
That's all I'm worried about.
Anderson. Gotcha.
That's awesome. All right, gentlemen. Well, this was great.
Oh,
Let's
my
keep
God.
it rolling.
That's awesome. All right, we'll throw it a break. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
Think you need a new furnace due to a cracked heat exchanger? Call Bryant for a free second opinion. Might save you thousands, no matter what brand. Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. We do whatever it takes.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and we have some really big savings for you right now. Our new crossover sale is underway. New Terrains, Equinoxes, and Trailblazers starting at $23,290. That's right, $23,290. Also, we've continued our huge Sierra and Silverado truck sale with over $10,000 off new pickups. You heard right, over $10,000 off list. Coppell truly has a small town feel with big city deals. We're right down 144th Street or at CoppellCars.com. Stock numbers G260980 and C119824.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest, quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring a friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, this deal ends soon.
See Home Club for details.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue. It's $5.99 barbecue time. Hurry to Hog Wild for a complete barbecue meal that's only $5.99. Get a one-meat sandwich loaded with our award-winning barbecue, plus your choice of a classic side and drink for just $5.99. Upgrade your sandwich to beef brisket for just $1 more. Join us for lunch or dinner in Lincoln at 3210 Cornhusker Highway. Order online at GoHogWild.com.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most. For all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, mainly sunny and breezy with mild temperatures. We'll see a high around 68. Tonight, mainly clear with less wind, the low around 33. And tomorrow, mainly sunny skies return. So does the warmth with calm winds. We'll see a high around 67. Meteorologist Kyle Clutcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The Omaha Supernovas are back in action this Wednesday, February 21st versus the Columbus Fury at the Nationwide Arena in Columbus. The Mullen Motors pregame show with Derek Pearson and Renee Saunders starts at 5 p.m. with first serve at 6. Make sure to tune in to the next Ag Appraisal and Realty postgame show right after the match ends. Catch all the action on your flagship station, 93.7 The Ticket, and statewide on the Supernovas Radio Network.
Are you in the market for a new garage door or need to repair your old one? It's wintertime, and that means snow, wind, and freezing temperatures, all things that can cause sticky locks and damage to your garage door. If you're experiencing any issues with your commercial or residential garage door during the winter months, call Cameron Hall and his team at Doors Plus. Don't be trapped outside in the cold because of a poorly maintained garage door. Call Doors Plus today at 402-590-5800 or visit them online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and we have some really big savings for you right now. Our new crossover sale is underway. New Terrains, Equinoxes, and Trailblazers starting at $23,290. That's right, $23,290. Also, we've continued our huge Sierra and Silverado truck sale with over $10,000 off new pickups. You heard right, over $10,000 off list. Koppel truly has a small town feel with big city deals. We're right down 144th Street or at koppelcars.com. Stock numbers G260980 and C119824.
On the Block with Strick and Austin.
We're speaking to Husker baseball assistant Lance Harvell.
Seemed like there was a pretty heavy focus on the JUCO ranks this offseason. What went into the decision behind that approach?
There's something about junior college baseball. You know, if you've been through it, you know that life, what it's about. You number one, you gotta have a passion to play baseball. You gotta grind. Those guys are tough. They're playing doubleheaders, every time out. So you know kind of what you're getting.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most. For all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Tune in to the Malone Radio Show from 9 to 10 p.m. every Sunday night to learn more about the Malone Center's goal to eliminate multi-generational poverty in Lincoln. It's the Malone Radio Show every Sunday night from 9 to 10 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday. Still sunny outside. Golf could be calling my name. We shall see. We shall see.
All right, guys. So we were going to talk about it in the 9 o'clock hour.
Yep.
Highest, in your guys' thoughts, in your opinions, highest rated player on Nebraska's roster coming up in the new EA Sports college football game.
Dylan Rayola, 99.
99.
99. Give it to him.
Not going to happen.
I say, he's 5-star. I mean, that's true. But I would say anywhere between 80 to 90.
Yeah, I think he's fair. I think he'd be like an 82.
Yeah.
All right.
Because there's gonna be traits and things like that that are not polished.
And you might have where, like in Madden, where you could upgrade the players as you play with them. You get little power. You get little power ups and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
Power up
badges. If they're gonna make it like 2K
badges,
2K's badges.
So now, would you think this game will be that, like, say if you're playing with Buffalo or the University of Ohio, will that player like go the portal and transfer up to a bigger
probably
school?
Have all that in there.
They have the portal,
game, as they say. It's in the game.
They do have the portal, and
so like portal, NIL, all that. Is
oh my goodness, that's going to be wild.
That's what's going to be. That's what's so crazy about like this year's game, and I think why people are so excited for it is that it's going to be very similar to real life. I think if there's a lot of people I think like me where you would take a bad group of 5 team. And you would then try to work and build them up to this national champion.
And lose all your players.
You'd recruit them back into the 2014 game. You didn't have the transfer portal to worry about.
Exactly.
And so you would recruit, which the recruiting was fun. You'd be at UTSA and you'd finally get the number 1 running back in the country, and you think you just struck gold. Well, that's probably not going to happen this year. Number 1. Number 2 is like it's going to be more and more difficult because if the transfer portal is truly in the game, which they say it is, and they're developing it,
oh my gosh,
then your quarterback that had a really good year that led you to 9 wins at Ohio might say, hey, you know what? Time for me to go play for Baylor. Or it's just
in the game.
Yeah, in the game. Yeah. In the game. And you can't do anything about it.
Yeah, it was part of it. Part of it.
And so what I will also add is that it was just announced over the last couple of days that FCS programs are going to be in the game as well.
Yeah. I saw that.
So not even just the
division.
So even the lower divisions. So like the North Dakota states are going to be in there.
Yep.
The South Dakota states. In the previous games, people know this. It was like FCS Midwest and FCS West that you'd always play. Now you got to recruit those guys because if you're at Ohio, you're saying, "Hey, North Dakota State, come on down. We need players to fill the roster."
Will it also have what do they call them? Where they use the older teams? Will there be like the 95 Nebraska, 97 Nebraska?
Teams,
I don't know.
Teams. I hope so. 2K does it. Madden, they kind of do it with the Ultimate Team because they have older players, so you could put a roster together.
So has anybody contacted you? So I'd assume to use your name, they'd have to.
Yeah, usually EA does when they used to give me like a month heads up, and we negotiate a little contract and get a little bucks for having my obviously image, name, and likeness in the game again for Madden Ultimate Team. So it could happen for NCAA, same company, just a different floor.
Wow. Well, and I'm curious on if they'll have like an Ultimate Team in college football. I think because that's one of like MUT.
How they do it?
So obviously they call it MUT in Madden, Madden Ultimate Team.
Exactly.
But that's one of the most popular gameplays in Madden. Is MUT.
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't be surprised since it's engineered by similar people if they find a way to make it in college football.
Yeah, they could do it.
So is that like the team of the best of the best?
Where it's so basically you can get cards. So like I could get Dylan Gabriel and then I could get Trevion Henderson's card. And then we play them as a team against other players.
Gotcha.
So virtual card.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you keep upgrading it.
Oh, okay.
And you upgrade the card. That's what I was talking about. Upgrade.
Yeah.
You can upgrade the cards if you have if they have something like this.
Yeah, it's Madden Ultimate Team. It's Diamond Dynasty and
so
Major League Baseball.
MLB The Show is Diamond Dynasty.
Yep. Big Diamond Dynasty guy.
Oh, that's why you were talking to third baseman or whatever.
Third baseman sold for 500,000 stubs on my team. Yeah. So now I have 553,000 stubs that I can go buy players.
Yep.
Or other cards with.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Which is just virtual currency.
Wow, that's
virtual
wild.
Currency, it comes into some question because obviously there's gambling and betting amongst that.
Absolutely.
There's guys that in a few years ago sued EA through the California court system because they have rigid laws against gambling and betting.
Yeah.
And so the plaintiff sued EA for the fact that Madden Ultimate Team, because you're buying these cards to guarantee your win.
Yeah.
Which is a form of gambling and
Yeah.
betting. So
Wow.
he was able to get a little win. I don't know what his payout was. I don't know. It wasn't nothing astronomical because we didn't really hear about it, but there was some static because he had spent like almost $5,000 to $10,000 in buying Madden and Ultimate Team cards virtually to beef up his team, and he still wasn't winning.
Dude, that is crazy.
Yes. So that's the next level.
We came a long way since in television.
Oh,
yeah. There's so many
ColecoVision,
angles.
Zagzon, Donkey Kong.
I remember, so in television, I remember me and my buddy, we were ahead of the game. We wanted to keep track of our statistics for our players. So we sat there, we'd have computer paper, 6-yard carry, comma, 7-yard carry, comma. Then at the end of the game, we'd go through and add up our stats and our yard. Do it ourselves on television. Yep.
Question from Dirty Tony and the boys says transfers were always a thing in the game. Were they not?
They were to a very minimal extent.
Yeah, because I didn't do that.
I mean, it was very minimal.
I didn't do Dynasty.
But also you could convince your guys basically in a way. You could use like the XP points
to
from your coaches to influence them to stay.
But that was recruiting.
That was
recruiting.
And so maybe that's going to be similar. I also think it's going to be much more active though in the new game, just because it is in real life.
Gonna be crazy.
Because a lot of movements going on in college football with transfer portal.
Yeah,
and
plus as a coach, you're in 2014, you weren't able to go and say, "Can you want to transfer here?" You can now in this new one,
of course.
So that's the key. Is that yes, there were transfers. They were always transfer out.
Yeah,
you never got anybody to transfer in. You couldn't select.
So it'll be like
that was the thing is I couldn't go if Raff was playing for North Carolina and I was on South Carolina. One of my players, when it gets to the end of the season, would just say, "Hey, I'm transferring to South Carolina," and I could persuade him to stay. But let's say there wasn't a section where I could go to North Carolina's roster and say, "Chris Raff,
right? I want
pursue to transfer to South Carolina." You can't.
So will they have on the game? Will they have collectives like the end of the year? Like you have $30 million.
They have to.
They would go out and get.
They have to.
Oh, this is going to be wild.
They would have to.
And you're going to have basically salaries, and I'm sure part of it's going to be how much money does
the rating of
Terrell Farley is never going to sleep.
Well, that's the thing is the budget for Ohio is not nearly as much as it is for Nebraska.
This is going to be wild.
It's just like real life.
It's going to do that.
How much memory does one of these games?
I'm going to buy a hard drive.
You gotta have a hard drive these days with the way video games are built, because you got games that are the heavy games like NCAA will be, like Madden is, because there are updates every month and a half. And then when you first initially buy your game, a normal Madden or I say Call of Duty is anywhere to range from 50 gigabytes to over 100 gigabytes, which is a ton.
And it's crazy because there's a portion where you download it, but then there's also another portion where you can play offline once it's downloaded, but then to play online, you install it more.
Yeah, you have active rosters,
and it's even more. Yeah, it's it's crazy.
It's a lot of memory. So if you have a PlayStation or Xbox, I recommend have at least a 1 terabyte drive, if not bigger, because on a PlayStation, it already, even though it's a terabyte that comes factory, they use 50%. When I say Sony use 50% of your storage for other stuff. It literally says other stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need that 50%.
Yeah, you can go to where it's saved in your saved data, and it's like gallery is a certain amount, and store data is another amount, and you have application that's where all your games are. Yep. And while that's your biggest one, it's like, okay, well, I don't really need anything in the gallery. What is really being stored here? Yeah, you go through
like going in your closet. All right, I don't need that jacket. I don't need that jacket.
It's insane.
I thought when Atari Pac-Man came out, I was living the dream.
Yeah. No, you could saving stuff started in the 90s. So when PlayStation 1 came out,
you would put in the little memory card.
I remember that.
You put in the memory card.
That's when it started. So now the companies said, you know what? We'll give the consoles and give PCs. Well, not give PCs. You could build your PC with a ton of memory, or the consoles. We're only going to give you a terabyte of space, which now is nothing.
Yeah,
a terabyte of space maybe gets you 4 games, if that. Yeah, it depends on how big the games are.
PGA, MLB, NBA, Fortnite. I think I have 5 games downloaded.
Yeah,
on my PlayStation right now,
and that's less than a terabyte.
That's on my PS5
because of other stuff.
Yeah, that's on my PS5, but I had to delete Warzone so I could download.
You talking about a lot of memory?
Yeah.
Gigabytes?
Yeah.
Warzone, Fortnite, any battle royale game, Fortnite, Warzone, and Apex Legends will suck space away.
Yeah.
League of Legends,
that's
space
crazy.
gone.
Yeah. Yeah, it's incredible.
A podcast like this,
Yep,
on your computer, memory, you talking about 200 gigabytes, easy. So that's space. Space.
It's crazy.
That is wild.
It's wild. And so I mean that was what was crazy.
That's where the coin is at.
They had I mean, now we're going down memory lane thinking back to like buying those memory cards that were, I mean, they were just this big.
Put the name on them.
Yeah, they were just
What
this
game?
big. And you just plugged it in on top because they didn't have autosave.
Nope.
Nowadays they have
No
autosave.
Yeah,
So
right.
it's, you know, you get
All
out of a
game.
game and you push the back button and guess what? It's auto saved. You don't have to worry about it.
Right.
But before it was, if you did not go in
You
there,
turn that
file
power
save,
off.
file save.
Yep.
You have to every
Yep.
single time. Oh yeah.
All I remember
Man.
is going down to Alabama one time and I had my Tiger Woods character and I was like, look what I've done with this guy. And he was just hitting bombs off the tee. Man, those were the days.
Yeah. Gosh,
You
that's
could probably
crazy.
still do that. He's got to put more grind time in.
Yeah,
That's it.
Raff, we just gotta get some video games.
got 2K,
We'll go.
2K
I'll
golf.
bring it over to the lounge. We'll just set up some gaming back in the lounge.
AD's and just texted in a picture of the head blowing up. That's kind of my head right now with video games.
There's
I'm like-
so much.
I'm like, oh my gosh. But
There's
you know,
so
another
much.
thing that's kind of the same exact thing for me, talking about the video games, is baseball card collecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Something
card
that used to
breaks
be
online.
so easy.
The card breaks online.
And
are-
now
are
it's just
huge.
insane. It's like, I don't understand any of it. I've tried and I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, the card breaks online on Instagram, on TikTok Live.
Yeah.
Where they'll just go to wherever, either order online or go to
Mhm.
Sam's Club or Costco and get a big deck of Don Russ or Upper Deck or Tops that are making still the ones you could buy in a multi-pack or a bulk pack. And then they'll just sit on their stream on Instagram, open them up. And it started with NBA rookie cards, and it went to all the other sports, NFL, Major League Baseball now, hockey, and sometimes rare cards like Olympic athlete cards.
Like
stuff
I've
that.
seen too, what they do with like the really like expensive ones, you can purchase, but if your player doesn't come up, then basically you just have given your money for the break or whatever. I was like,
Right.
wow.
Hey, good question here from the chat. Said we could talk about it later. It says, what's the over under on for how many gamers turn the portal feature off because it messes with their roster management?
Oh yeah, that's I mean,
Nope, real players can't
similar-
turn off the
it's
portal
It's
feature.
similar to how many players will turn off the salary cap feature in Madden when you're
I
trying
don't even
when
play that.
the
I
franchise.
don't touch franchise.
No.
Like I lived it.
Yeah.
I just want to get in and play a game. I don't
Yeah.
want to negotiate contracts. I don't want to draft players. I don't
See,
want to
that stuff.
evaluate
That
players.
stuff is fun for like us because we weren't in it.
Exactly.
We were like, dang,
I
I'm
lived
going
it.
to underpay this guy a ton, and he's gonna
I lived it.
accept it.
So when you play Madden,
let me just underpay these dudes.
do you use yourself when you play Madden?
I have. And in fact, when a few times was asked to play franchise modes with a group of guys, I created my guy. I created myself because I'm simple. I'm not going to go down that road of trying to, build out a 6'8", 400-pound wide receiver, which I've seen people build.
Yeah, with 99 speed, it's just
One of my
chunky
friends'
dude
kids,
just running
Marco-
down.
Marco Rivera, his sons, they built a 7'8" tight end that ran a 4.4. That was like 480.
Your prototypical tight end.
Yeah, prototypical 480. He weighed 480. Just imagine a 7 foot 480.
Moving down the floor.
Yeah,
Or
tight
dude
end,
down the
blocking
field.
in,
And how many
catching
carries do you give yourself?
Oh, whatever's sufficient. 20,
35, 40.
20, whatever I need to do to win the game.
To win the game, yeah, it's
Yep.
best for the team.
What's best for the team? There it is, right there.
Send it
All
away.
right, well, to break just the drive, 93.7 the ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Your business runs like a well-oiled machine. It's important that your actual machines do too. Stern is here to make sure you don't have to worry about that. They provide solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. And with Stern's commitment to customer service for the past 40 years, you know you have a partner to help support your operations for years to come. Contact Roger at Stern Company by calling 1-800-477-2744 or visit them online at stern.co. Stern Company, where problems meet solvers.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and we have some really big savings for you right now. Our new crossover sale is underway. New Terrains, Equinoxes, and Trailblazers starting at $23,290. That's right, $23,290. Also, we've continued our huge Sierra and Silverado truck sale with over $10,000 off new pickups. You heard right, over $10,000 off list. Coppell truly has a small town feel with big city deals. We're right down 144th Street or at CoppellCars.com. Stock numbers G260980 and C119824.
Are you in the market for a new garage door or need to repair your old one? It's wintertime, and that means snow, wind, and freezing temperatures, all things that can cause sticky locks and damage to your garage door. If you're experiencing any issues with your commercial or residential garage door during the winter months, call Cameron Hall and his team at Doors Plus. Don't be trapped outside in the cold because of a poorly maintained garage door. Call Doors Plus today at 402-590-5800 or visit them online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue. It's $5.99 barbecue time. Hurry to Hog Wild for a complete barbecue meal that's only $5.99. Get a one-meat sandwich loaded with our award-winning barbecue, plus your choice of a classic side and drink for just $5.99. Upgrade your sandwich to beef brisket for just $1 more. Join us for lunch or dinner in Lincoln at 3210 Cornhusker Highway. Order online at GoHogWild.com.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most, for all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Hey guys, it's Bill Bush. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty has opened a new location in Pender, Nebraska, in addition to their office in Lincoln. The real estate world can be confusing, so why wouldn't you want an expert helping you every step of the way? If you're looking to buy or sell farmland in Nebraska, Kansas, or Iowa, give Ethan Sorensen a call today at 402-380-0432 or visit them online at nextagrealestate.com. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty with locations in Lincoln and now Pender, Nebraska.
On the Block with Strick and Austin.
We're speaking to Husker baseball assistant Lance Harvell.
Seemed like there was a pretty heavy focus on the JUCO ranks this offseason. What went into the decision behind that approach?
There's something about junior college baseball. You know, if you've been through it, you know that life, what it's about. You number one, you got to have a passion to play baseball. You gotta grind. Those guys are tough. They're playing doubleheaders, every time out. So you know kind of what you're getting.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Old School with DP and J.
Do you think it's too early to talk about Patrick Mahomes as the greatest of all time? To be honest with you, I think he might be ahead of the pace. It was definitely on pace, maybe ahead of the pace. I think right now everything that he does is going to get overblown, and I think people so quickly forgot the 20-year run of the Patriots. Not 5-6 years, 20-year run
of Tom Brady and the Patriots.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. This segment is proudly sponsored by Florial's Italian Restaurant and Grill, just south of Lincoln Southwest High School on 14th and Pine Lake Road. Florial's Italian Restaurant provides a cozy, family-friendly setting where good food and good company come together. All you have to do is visit florialsne.com or call 402-423-5576 to make reservations or place takeout orders. Got it.
All right, Raffy, no AD today, so just Raff's good take.
Raff's good take.
What you got for us?
All right, everybody. Today's Raff's good take. Actually, I was going to do this one a couple weeks back, but we had a lot of good takes going on. But today's Raff's good take goes out to Rex Burkhead, who announced his retirement after 10 years in the NFL, playing for the Bengals, the Patriots, the Texans. But just for the way he's represented the state of Nebraska all of his years, even when he was here, such a big benefactor to the Team Jack and everything he did with that, pediatric
awesome.
Brain cancer. And then also bringing it up today, they have the Team Jack Gala that's on Saturday, February 24th at the Cornhuskers. So I'm sure Rex will be back for that. And I hope that everybody that's there that night salutes Rex and everything that he's done, because he's been an exemplary character person in the community and everything that he's done. I mean, he's one that you're like, he's a Nebraskan, even though he's from Texas. He's definitely got his Nebraska card. So
well, and it makes you remember. Obviously, AG, back in your day, running back room was deadly, but also, I mean, don't forget that span. And I bring it up every time we talk about those guys. That Roy Halou, Rex Burkhead, Amir Abdullah stretch was just so good for Nebraska football. So good for Nebraska. That's when I grew up. That's what I grew up watching. So, all right.
And you got to believe a lot of those guys had watched Ahman, and that's where they got that fire. So.
10 seconds, guys. Go ahead and set it
All
away.
right, everyone.
Have a good day.
And be nice to each other.
Be nice.
There it is.
Have a good day, guys. See ya. Bye.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth. 93.7 The Ticket.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue. It's $5.99 barbecue time. Hurry to Hog Wild for a complete barbecue meal that's only $5.99. Get a one-meat sandwich loaded with our award-winning barbecue, plus your choice of a classic side and drink for just $5.99. Upgrade your sandwich to beef brisket for just $1 more. Join us for lunch or dinner in Lincoln at 3210 Cornhusker Highway. Order online at GoHogWild.com.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, mainly sunny and breezy with mild temperatures. We'll see a high around 68. Tonight, mainly clear with less wind, the low around 33. And tomorrow, mainly sunny skies return. So does the warmth with calm winds. We'll see a high around 67. And meteorologist Kyle Clucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Think you need a new furnace due to a cracked heat exchanger? Call Bryant for a free second opinion. Might save you thousands, no matter what brand. Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. We do whatever it takes.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car and your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
The Omaha Supernovas are back in action this Wednesday, February 21st versus the Columbus Fury at the Nationwide Arena in Columbus. The Mullen Motors pregame show with Derek Pearson and Renee Saunders starts at 5 p.m. with first serve at 6. Make sure to tune in to the next Ag Appraisal and Realty postgame show right after the match ends. Catch all the action on your flagship station, 93.7 The Ticket, and statewide on the Supernovas Radio Network.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't